All right, guys, so today we're talking about what it's like to own a Porsche. And this isn't a reliability video. This isn't anything about the car. I'm talking about what it's actually like to drive one of these cars around, especially in the, well, hooker red, as everybody calls it. So this is speaking from the standpoint, I live in a small town. Okay. I drive it around here. Everybody kind of knows me at this point. They don't even give me a second look. When you go to surrounding towns, which are still pretty small towns, but let's say population of 20 to 50,000, right? You get a lot of double takes. The one thing I noticed isn't even that, like most people don't even know what it even is. Let's be honest here. Whether it's the G-Wagon, the M5, or anything else to drive around, most people don't even know what that even is. 75% of people have no idea. Some dudes do. If you're gonna get one of these cars to pick up chicks, no chick is gonna know what this even is, right? Let's throw that out there. And if she's a big girl, she's not gonna fit in there. Let's throw that out there too. All jokes aside though, you drive it around, people look at it. The problem I notice, it's like a magnet. When you park in a parking lot, people feel like they have to park right next to you. You could park this thing at Walmart. You could park the last parking spot at the end of the damn parking lot. There's nobody around for 300 cars. You come back out, there'll be somebody parked right next to you. And they're probably going to ding your car. Stupidity is drawn to shiny objects, right? And that's really bad to say, but that is. So you see that one aspect of it. What in tarnation? You know, you get a lot of those guys. What kind of car is that? Is that a Lamborghini? Yeah, it's a Lamborghini. And you deal with all that crap. Okay, that's fine. People look at you weird and you're putting your groceries in the front trunk in the frunk. That's always a conversation starter at the Walmart parking lot too. Not that I drive this car very much. And with the same thing happens with the G-Wagon too. More people know what the G-Wagon is than the Porsche, right? But the G-Wagon's black, so it's not quite as flashy. Like you could glance and you can mistake the G-Wagon for a four-door Jeep. If you don't know any better and you're not paying attention, your mind says Jeep and it drives by you, right? This video came about today. I've had similar experiences in the Porsche and in the M5, but I was in the G-Wagon. Well, we're going to apply this to this because it could happen with any of these cars. Driving down the street at a 25 mile an hour street, so going very slow, mind my own damn business, and people like to swerve at you from the other lane, oncoming traffic. Got that today. Swerved hardcore at me, like across my lane, into my lane at me. Trying to freak me out. I don't scare very easy. It was some old Chevy junk. If we would have hit him in the G-Wagon, it would have sliced the thing in two like a hot knife through butter. Whatever. Why would you do that? I don't know. I have no idea. My brain doesn't function like most people's, I guess. I don't know. The other end of this is theft. This is probably the biggest problem. Luckily I'm in a small town, but it's like a beacon, right? The same primal instinct that makes people hate you because you're driving a certain car, even though they don't know what they're even looking at or even talking about, or how you even got it, or what you even do for a living, or anything about it, they hate you, right? Not everybody. This is a smaller percentage of people, I would say. I would say probably 25% of people hate you for what you drive, if it's something nicer than what they have. That mentality spawns over and falls over into, we'll say, the criminal mind, right? The criminal mind functions off of when you're out somewhere, instead of, you're in the grocery store. Let's just give it an example. You're in the grocery store and you walk past a group of people. A normal person, it's like, hey, how's it going? You know, or nods or smiles at them. Keep going. Have no desire to hurt anybody or rob anybody, nothing. That's where my brain functions that way. I've worked in the city enough to know in the back of my mind, always keep a lookout for what's going on around you. If you don't, you're going to get robbed, stabbed, shot, whatever. That's the way it is. People that hate you because you have something nicer than what they have falls over into that criminal mind. The criminal mind looks at everything through a lens. How can I take this without this person knowing? They look at what's in your hands, what's in your pockets. They look at what kind of purse do you have? If you go in the store with a nice purse, they'll hang back, follow you to the car. If you got a nice car, they're going to try to rob you. They'll follow you home and try to rob you. And jealousy and criminality kind of go hand in hand, in my opinion, right? So owning one of these is the devil. You're trying not to get dents. You're trying to keep people away from it, not to get scratched. That means you cannot park it on the street, maybe for a few minutes. If you leave your car outside on the street overnight, something's going to happen to it. It's going to get broken into, it's going to get totally stolen, or you're going to have kids messing with it. That's a whole nother issue. We'll come to that here in a second. And that's the situation. The other side of that is people following you home, people watching your videos, whether it's on this channel or the big channel, BMW channel, and threatening you in the comments, sure would be a shame if somebody came and stole all your stuff. That's how you get shot. I'm sorry, but I live in Missouri. I don't live in some city somewhere. I live here, right? Don't do that. That's a good way to end up in a real bad spot real quick. Not that any of you guys have any inclination. Most people on here are really good people. I'm just saying, if you guys own one of these cars, you need to watch out for these things. Even if you're posting on your personal Facebook, if you're not a YouTuber, if you have personal Facebook and you post pictures and they're public, even if they're friends, set to friends only, people see what you have in your shop, they see what you have in your house, and that rolls over to not even cars, anything. They say that half, I don't know what the percentage was, 50 or 70% of robberies are done by somebody you know, right? And I'm not saying I'm worried about it. Oh, we have security cameras, we have all kinds of stuff here, right? That's not even a big deal. What I'm saying is, this is things you have to deal with when you own cars like this. Now, let's go back around a little bit here to what I was talking about earlier about kids. We had this problem. I had this problem standing 30 foot away from this car right here. I stopped to talk to somebody I know at their house. It was parked in a little lot right beside their house. I was standing literally where I'm standing to the back of my shop away from the car with my back turned towards it, talking to somebody that I knew. Turn around as kids are touching the hood ornament on the Porsche. What their intentions are, I don't really know. And I didn't go after, I didn't yell at them because they're kids. They're probably 12, 13. Old enough to pry your emblem off. Old enough to scratch the car or try to pry something off, take with them home. But I had to go over there and say, look, guys, I'm not getting on you, but you should know, you should be taught from a younger age than you are not to touch other people's stuff. Nobody here cares. You can look at it all you want. If you would come and ask me, I would let you sit in it, right? I might even take you for a ride in it. Don't touch other people's stuff. I'm not yelling at you. I'm telling you as a person to keep you out of trouble down the road. Their parents never taught them anything, right? Where I live, a lot of people aren't car people. They drive a truck or they drive a Kia or even a Toyota, I guess. And they take it to the car wash once a year or once every 2 years. Just run it till it doesn't move, throw it away and buy something else. And I'm not in that mentality at all. I'm very particular about things, especially the cars. And, you know, I did a lot of hard work to get these cars. A lot. Probably a lot more than most people, right? I just didn't go buy the first thing popped up because I'm just filthy rich. I bought stuff that was always at a good price. Always something was wrong with it, but I knew how to fix it. I was okay with it. So using my knowledge how to work on stuff, I acquired a bunch of expensive cars, right? Doesn't mean I paid a lot for them, but I acquired them. And, you know, that's the way it is. That's what it's living like with a Porsche. I guess really this video goes for any nice car. A lot of you guys understand what I'm talking about. You guys, everything's screwed up right now in the world. The United States is nearly at war with itself. You got to look up and look ahead. If you get drugged down in too much stuff, you're going to get depressed. Bad things are going to start happening. No matter how bad it looks, it's never as bad as it seems at that minute, right? So keep your head up. Things will get better. I promise you. Keep an eye on your car. Keep an eye on anything valuable that you want to keep. And that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you later.